Florian. She doesn't even look shocked.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
Save Celine's life, then deal with Duchess. Or allow the Empress to die before dealing with the Duchess. No. Save Celine's life, yes.
The Grand Duchess is the assassin. Don't let her anywhere near the Empress.
Duchess? At once, Inquisitor.
Let all gathered attend. Her Imperial Majesty will now address the court.
Lords and ladies, as a nation, we mourn our sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, friends and lovers claimed by war. The sky is torn open, our divine is dead, and many fear the end of all things comes upon us. Orlais must stand as a bastion, a bulwark behind which all Thedas may take shelter. So has it stood for 1,000 years. So shall it ever stand. This would not have been possible without the efforts of many. Dear cousin, please step forward.
Grand Duchess, stand down.
Oh! Okay, oh! Jeez, she can fight?
Now! For Corypheus, kill them all!
Holy crap.
Cullen, protect the people! Yes, Inquisitor.
Beaten at every turn. You've taken the moment of my victory and left me in disgrace. And now you've chased a defenseless woman into the garden. Are you proud of yourself?
Defenseless, you.
You were about to murder the Empress. We both know you're not defenseless.
True, you never were one to fall for my helpless damsel act. The night is still young. All I need to recover is to kill you, Inquisitor.
You think you can kill me?
So good of you to attend my soirée.
You're nothing but just a helpless damsel.
Come back, Florian! Want to dance?
Oh! Enemies. Do we care about those small flies? Run, Duchess. My goodness, she can fight. Oh! What happened? Oh! Holy moly, what happened? Harlequin.
Watch out! She's up to something!
Ah, I'm asleep. What the heck? Oh, she's again full protection, full armor. How you like that?
Hurry!
Will you please stay still? Just die already. Okay, no final cutscene. Alright. Return to the ballroom. We need to protect the people. I hope Cullen is alright.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
Oh, Briala helped stop Florian, or Gaspard was planning a coup. Use the evidence gathered about Gaspard to support Briala, or reveal evidence of Gaspard's crimes to the Empress. These two are all against Gaspard. Okay, but this one is helping Briala, while this one is neutral, I guess. Did Briala really help stop Florian? I guess, yeah, she did, yeah. Because yeah, exactly. We saw her in the grand apartments, and she was in favor of us killing the Venatori, right? All right.
I wouldn't have caught Florian in time without Briala's help.
You were working together?
Of course.
He murdered an emissary. We met your mercenary captain? I don't think we did that. He murdered an emissary. Yeah.
Gaspard murdered a Council of Heralds emissary. We found the body and the Duke's knife downstairs.
The Council will not overlook such a horrendous crime, cousin.
It would be a horrendous crime, if it were true. But I have done no such thing.
Keep talking, Gaspard. Eventually, you'll convince somebody.
Sure. Okay, I agree that evidence is a little bit, sparse. We just found a knife, and it could very well have been a trap laid by Florian, which doesn't make sense, but we do know for a fact that he hired mercenaries.
His own mercenary captain will confirm that Gaspard brought hired thugs into the palace for an attack.
Mercenaries? So much for your chevalier honor, cousin.
Do I really need to go on?
We've all heard enough to damn the Grand Duke.
Thank you, Inquisitor. There can be no doubt of your treason, Gaspard.
No, it seems there cannot.
Briala found all of this out for your sake, Celine.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
Wait, what? To death? Are you serious? Attempt to reconcile Celine and Briala. This doesn't sound like a reconciliation. Briala's reward? Why would I ask about that? Oh my god, I did not wish that on Gaspard. But okay, I cannot calm the Empress down or anything.
The Empress has spoken.
Long live the Empire.
Thank you, Inquisitor, for all your efforts tonight. I owe you my life, and Orlais owes you its future.
Gaspard seems so dejected in the end.
You have done a service for the Empire never to be forgotten, my friend. This piece is your doing. You truly are the instrument of Andraste. Orlais will never forget your part in this, nor will I.
Hey, you have the same hairdo as me.
Lords and ladies of the court, the civil war which has plagued us is at an end. The Orlesian Empire is whole again. Those who drove us into war for selfish gain have been dealt with as traitors. Gaspard de Chalon is guilty of treason. He is no longer our cousin and shall never again hold title or land in Orlais. We have lost enough. No more! Now, we can move forward to healing and restoration. In our hour of need, the Inquisition has faced these dangers beside us. It is the honor of Orlais to stand with Andraste's herald to end this crisis. And in ages to come, our children and grandchildren can say that we left them a brighter world. Will you address the court, my friend?
Okay, peace should be our concern. The enemy is connected. Be ready to fight. Okay, I mean, at such an occasion, let's not talk about enemies and war and doom and stuff like that.
Ending the war was the first step. A final goal must be peace for all Thedas.
Well said, Inquisitor. We of the court must use our resources. Not every battle is won on the field, but that is tomorrow. Tonight, feast, my friends. Enjoy our victory. There will be many more to come.
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
They ran out of punch.
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly. By imperial decree, I have been named Liaison to the Inquisition.
Oh.
Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
Nice. You want to join us? Wait, are you gonna join us in Skyhold?
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Celine knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic. Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
That's great. Yeah, we can use someone like you. What can you do?
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
Oh, you are a blood mage? Is that what you want to say?
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes? Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess, I place at your disposal to make use of or ignore as you desire.
I'm not afraid or anything. Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
I'm looking forward to our cooperation. Dorian! Are we gonna dance now?
There was an ancient dowager looking for you. Said she had 12 daughters. I told her you'd left already.
Thank you.
You can thank me later or now. But you look lost in thought. Something on your mind?
It was a long night. More trouble is coming. More trouble is coming.
This isn't over yet. Corypheus will strike back at us for this loss.
Eventually. Not right this second. Even when he does, it's not as if we won't be expecting it. Not this time. What you need is a distraction. I have just the thing. Let's dance.
Yes! I'd love to.
I was hoping you'd ask.
Thank goodness one of us has a little initiative.
No, go to the ballroom and dance there. What? Just dance on the balcony? Alright. I guess it's better than nothing.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lord Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
How can I help you?
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
I thought the Chantry does not recognize the Inquisition, and they are part of the Inquisition, isn't it? Is it not a little bit, I don't know, contradictory to your policies?
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
Wait, impossible. They're not candidates for Divine, right? Rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate. They can't. No, this does sound like she is implying that they could be divine.
Liliana and Cassandra are candidates to become the divine. How is that possible?
Not yet. But they could be. We need them to be. There is precedent. Other times when clerics remained deadlocked, a successor was chosen from outside the clergy. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long would they be gone? Like forever?
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
Yeah, as I thought. I'd have to let them decide.
Liliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date.
Josephine.
The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother.
She does not look happy.
Don't let them detract from your victory at Alam-Shiral. Now that the political situation has stabilized, we can devote more Inquisition resources to pursuing Corypheus. I would talk to Hawk. Soon.
To Hawk? Why are you talking to Hawk? Oh my god, that was such a long night. Oh, back at home. Alright, it seems like we have some new quests. But let's talk to everyone first.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
Cassandra? Do you... Was this about the divine thing, right?
What's going on now?
I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next divine. Because of what happened at Halam-Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
Great. Is that even possible?
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Liliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
Whoa, why am I not a candidate? I'm not asking you that. Refuse if you don't want it. Yeah, Cassandra is like a very down-to-earth person, I feel like. No care for politicking and stuff.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
Do you really feel that way?
I'm surprised to hear you, of all people, say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
These are extreme times. Yeah. I mean, when they all started out, no one could have predicted what is going on now.
Many extraordinary things have happened to get us to this point.
I'm not so certain. I think it has been a long time coming. Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous.
Okay.
But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Well, do you want to? What would you change?
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant. But we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
Wow, that seems like she has thought about it a great deal, and I have to say I agree. I totally agree. And what of Liliana?
You're not the only candidate. What about Leliana?
Liliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Liliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
What do you mean by cast it all aside and start over? Okay, maybe I need to talk to Liliana about this too. Whoa, the chantry should end. Okay, no. Help you become divine. I don't know about that. A new crusade for you. Well, if I choose this, does this mean I'm committed to help Cassandra? Because I haven't even talked to Liliana yet. A new crusade for you?
So this is your new crusade?
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Yes, definitely. The divine thing can come later. You are my
Here, I'll sum it up.
requisitioner.
Please don't call me that.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my maker, you cannot imagine how many letters I've received about the fracas at Halam Shiral. Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center.
Halam Shiral caused a stir.
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
Alright. Suit yourself, are we well supplied?
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
With Skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for. I think I like this job.
Oh, great. Keep up the good work.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
I feel so sorry for that guy. I'll let you through now. Can we do anything? Courtyard upgrade. We finally have enough elf root to do it. Heavy coats. The quartermaster is requesting materials to craft additional heavy coats. Reward 1 power. Alright, why not? Got the materials, so...
We are honored to serve.
Great. Someone in the tavern? Cabot? Who wants something from me? Maybe upstairs.
Ah, come on, Krim. I'm working my ass off trying to get you to see that move.
You still got plenty of arse left, Chief. Your worship.
Glad you came by. I got a letter from my contacts in the Benghazrath. Already verified it with red.
Ah, okay. Wait, should this be private?
Do you want to discuss this alone? Not like I was hiding it from my boys. Besides, right now, I need to hit something.
You know they've got training dummies, Chief.
The training dummy might actually defend itself against the shield bash. Anyway, the Benghazrath Letter.
Yes. What's in the letter?
What did the letter say?
The Benghazrath have been reading my reports. They don't like Corypheus or his Venatori.
Good.
And they really don't like Red Lyrium. They're ready to work with us. With you, boss. The Qunari and the Inquisition, joining forces.
Okay, I'm interested, but how can they help?
That could be a powerful alliance.
My people have never made a full-blown alliance with a foreign power before. This would be a big step. They found a massive Red Lyrium shipping operation out on the coast.
They wanted us to hit it together. Talked about bringing in one of their dreadnoughts. Always wanted to see one of those big warships in action.
A Qunari warship.
Did you see that? Go get some water.
What
They're
was
worried
that?
about tipping the smugglers, so no army. My chargers, you, maybe some backup.
So, wait, no warships? What? What are they offering?
What does this alliance really get us?
They wouldn't use the word alliance if they didn't mean it. Naval power. More Benghazrath reports. Qunari soldiers pointed at the Venatori. It could do a lot of good.
Something wrong?
You don't seem entirely happy about this.
No, I'm good. It's... I'm used to them being over there. It's been a while.
Okay, this sounds bad. Are you questioning your faith or something? You don't want them to spread.
I thought Qunari wanted to extend their reach to the whole world.
Yeah, just didn't think I'd see it. Look, the Qun answers a lot of questions. It's a good life for a lot of people. But it's a big change, and a lot of folks here wouldn't do so well under that kind of life. I guess it's not like we're converting. This is just us joining forces against Corypheus. On that front, I think we're good.
Wow, you have quite a introspection, huh? I'll do it.
I think the Inquisition could use some help from the Qunari.
Good. I'll pass on word to Cullen and Red. We can set up the meeting whenever you're ready.
Who's Red again? Is it Liliana? Why do you call her Red? Alright. I think that was it. That was the quest. Whatever that gave us. Krem?
Inquisitor?
We'll talk later.
Let's talk to Sarah.
Inquisitor.
Wait, why is the door closed? Sarah?
One for the Empress. For Gaspard. Briala. The Duchess. And Corypheus. Oh! Right in the dangle bag.
Remind me not to get you mad.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a butt for the throne? A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
Wait, what are earwigs? Why would that stop a ball? I don't think that would have helped.
And that would accomplish what exactly?
Stinging around the face and neck? Can't assassinate empresses if your eyes swell shut. I don't know.
Good point.
But I'm just trying to get this junk out of my head. These people, they're the worst. Ugh, you know the most important thing I got out of all of that mess? The one thing. Don't sleep with empresses. That's what that was all about.
Really?
That and Briala being an idiot. The whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
Maybe I'm remembering things wrong, but I don't think it mattered too much that Briala was sleeping with the Empress. The Empress was right. Wait, right about what exactly? It's not that simple. Their mistakes made it worse. it's not that simple.
There was a lot more going on than a lover's spat.
Oh, sure.
There was.
Because of the hole in the sky, plenty of idiots around before, and there'll be plenty of idiots around after. Better save some arrows, yeah?
Yeah, I don't think it was just about the two lovers. That is a little bit too simple. Cole?
I didn't understand the grand ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
Yeah, I agree. But it's the game, right? I agree.
And that would have made everything much simpler.
The colors were pretty, though.
Nothing new.
I'll talk to you later.
Probably.
Okay, Cullen? Wait, who are you?
Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentecost.
With Cassandra. I spoke with Cassandra just now. I didn't see Cullen. Okay. Master Dennett.
Pride of the stables, Inquisition. Never seen a finer mount.
Nice.
Farewell. Make her be with you.
Thanks for being with us. Blackwall?
The war in Olay has claimed too many lives. I pray that it's over for good.
Yeah. We'll talk later.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
We're ready for the charm this evening. There will be room.
Okay, let's go to the castle then. Or do we want to go to Cassandra again? Maybe it's also related with the divine. Oh, wait, there's something in this building? Cullen.
You asked for my opinion, and I've given it. Why would you expect it to change?
I expect you to keep your word. It's relentless. I can't...
You give yourself too little credit.
If I'm unable to fulfill what vows I kept, then nothing good has come of this. Would you rather save face than admit...
What's going on here?
We will speak of this later.
Cullen, stop!
And people say I'm stubborn. This is ridiculous. Cullen told you that he's no longer taking lyrium?
Yeah, he was determined.
It seemed very important to him.
It's not a decision to be made lightly. But now, Cullen has asked that I recommend a replacement for him.
A replacement?
It's not necessary. Besides, it would destroy him. He's come so far.
Wait, what? Why didn't you tell me?
Why didn't he come to me?
We had an agreement long before you joined us. As a seeker, I could evaluate the dangers.
Who do I listen to here? Well, according to Cassandra, we'll listen to Cassandra, right? Wait, I mean, what do you mean by a replacement? A replacement as my advisor? Because why? Is he really... Is his mental capabilities really that... has it really deteriorated to that point? Who do I listen to here?
Cassandra, did you refuse Cullen's request because he's wrong? Or because you want him to be wrong?
Mages have made their suffering known, but Templars never have. They are bound to the Order, mind and soul, with someone always holding their lyrium leash. Cullen has a chance to break that leash, to prove to himself, and anyone who would follow suit, that it's possible. He can do this. I knew that when we met in Kirkwall. Talk to him. Decide if now is the time.
Okay, I have to evaluate it for myself then. Talk to Cullen. Wow, I think that's the first important event happening in this building. And Cullen is back. Or what? Varric?
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something.
Wow, the Council of Heralds is asking you for autographs? Holy crap. Must be really popular then. Personal question?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
No, I can't actually ask you.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
Okay. Solas, let's talk.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, the machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
Oh. You've seen this before?
You miss court intrigue? When were you at court?
Oh, well, never directly, of course. An elven apostate is rarely invited to speak with empresses and kings. But from the Fade, I have watched dynasties form and empires crumble. It is sometimes savage, sometimes noble, and always fascinating. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally, especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
Wait, how did we help her neutralize Briala? What? Might be just me, I just didn't get it. Okay. I thought we said Briala saved her life. Didn't we say that? I'm sorry about Briala, I guess. Why did you disapprove, even? It was a natural question. But okay.
I hope you know that I didn't turn over Briala lightly. If I'd had another option...
What? Why would I disapprove of... Oh, because we're both elves. I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
What the heck? What? I'm an elf too. What? Why do you not have much in common? I mean, what? Who then?
Who do you have much in common with? Who are your people?
A good question. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, I believe Briala is doing quite well on their behalf. She is an admirable woman.
Yeah, I think so too. She is. I agree.
She's done good work. Hopefully, with our help, she can help them even more.
Yes. However much I identify, or fail to identify, with her people, Briala's efforts have been remarkable. She organized resistance against a powerful enemy, using only her wits and the resources at hand. That demands respect, especially in a world where most would look at her and only see a pair of pointed ears.
Yeah. Okay, Solas, we need to talk more.
Inquisitor.
Because someone said I may not have asked him everything.
I'd like to know more about you, Solas.
Why?
Oh, okay, that is new. Well, I respect you.
You're an apostate. Yet you risked your freedom to help the Inquisition.
Not the wisest course of action when framed that way.
I appreciate the work you're doing, Solus. I just wanted to know more about you.
I'm sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
Why study the Fade?
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
Well, this almost sounds like an addiction if you put it that way.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
Clearly you woke up.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Oh, wow.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
I thought he meant he already visited everywhere in the Fade, but I guess that's not possible. Is that why you're here?
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If Corypheus destroyed the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
Ah.
Inquisitor, that is why I joined, not why I stayed.
I hope that works.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You train your will to control magic and withstand possession. Your indomitable focus is an enjoyable side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
Where have you studied?
You said you traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, and you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers, the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Which battlefields?
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
What happened?
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Kaelin fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
You can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
So, all the memories in the Fade are all subjective? I mean, clearly memories itself are subjective by nature. Do you work with anyone?
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
So you only have spirits as friends? Wisdom and purpose?
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
Oh, those are demon names.
You're saying that you became friends with pride and desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
That's amazing.
I'm impressed that you could become friends with spirits.
Anyone who can dream has the potential. Few ever try. My friends comforted me in grief and shared my joy. Yet, because they exist without form, as we understand it, the Chantry declares that spirits are not truly people. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
Well, I mean, there's a definite separation, something that distinguishes spirits from people. I don't know exactly what. Well, spirits obviously have free will, I think. Like, look at Cole, how free he is. And spirits are people, not quite, maybe. And I mean, this is obviously not true. To be real is not determined if you have a body or not. Maybe people, to be a person is defined to have a body, but not to be real. I'm not arguing this.
I'm certain you have some rhetorical trick ready to counter anything I say.
It's likely. I've had a lot of time to discuss the question with people. Or spirits, if you prefer.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Nice talking to you, Solas. For a change. Dorian?
Have you been to your quarters lately by chance?
No.
Not recently. Do, when you have the time. There's something there that might interest you.
Oh, what? Is it a gift for me? A surprise gift?
I should go.
I do rather like watching you leave.
Thanks, Dorian. But do you have any thoughts on the ball? I guess not.
Greetings again, Inquisitor.
Everything is well?
I trust everything is well with the mages.
We are mostly relieved. An alliance with the Inquisition
Okay,
offers
nothing
security.
new.
Although, who knows for how long? Another time, then.
Vivienne.
Inquisitor, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking you for help.
Oh?
There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern.
Oh, my goodness.
I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
Okay, tell me about the wyvern.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
It almost sounds like you want to send me to death. What is this formula?
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
Well, yeah, I almost forgot that, but you are the Imperial Enchanter. You won't tell me?
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. You wouldn't want me to speak about your many issues, I'm sure.
Do you speak up about my many issues? Why do you want my help?
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
Okay, I guess I'll help you.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful.
She only slightly approves.
I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
Alright, a wyvern. I'm not sure I'm ready for this. Oh! What is this? Vivienne's alchemy notes. A suitable replacement for the Primitas root must be derived, as the plant went extinct during the Second Blight. Dried red moss cut from a wandering hill has shown similar restorative effects. An emulsion of silverite and elfroot extract can counteract the fatal toxicity of red moss. The solution must be heated for exactly 75 minutes with magical flame. Mundane fires, regardless of fuel type, have been found to burn at too low a temperature. The heart of the snowy wyvern must be added at the last possible moment. The compound becomes unstable when exposed to light, even if stored in perfect darkness. It is only viable for 3 days, and it begins to degrade in potency in a matter of hours, and experimentation has shown that the age regression effect decreases steadily over time from the moment it is synthesized. By the second day, the results are almost too subtle to detect, and by the third, it is entirely useless.
I can't make heads or tails of this. Age regression? Who is this potion for?
Age regression? Did we read anything about age regressions? Oh wait, this has been repaired. This leads to the courtyard. Oh, interesting. And this is what exactly? Also to the courtyard. And whose room is this? Very mysterious. There's another door over there, I think. Oh, wait. Ah, okay, this is all connected, which makes sense. Both lead to the courtyard. There are several doors here. Several bedrooms. A crumbled letter. My dear Ewan, you have been the light of my life, the song in my heart for over a year. But the world has changed, and both of us with it. How does one live through the rending of the sky and still remain the same? I have seen oblivion through the rifts, and I fear our lives are about to end. You told me the distance between us would be so hard to bear, and I said I would never seek the arms of any but yours. I was wrong. I have met someone in Valroyo. She is dark, where you are fair. She fills her life with poetry, not battle. And her voice! Her tongue trips so sweetly on the trills and flourishes of the Olesian language. She gives me hope that we will survive this. I'm sorry. I will never forget you, Aurora. Wow. Who is this heartbreaker? In Valroyo. Okay, this is definitely not hospitable. Alright. Interesting, interesting. Let's speak to Liliana. Liliana?
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
But what do you want?
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Oh, wow. Let the Chantry sink. Seems like she doesn't even believe in a Chantry anymore. You could abandon ship.
No one would fault you for abandoning ship, you know.
Out of the ship and straight into the sea. You think Thedas hates mages now? If the Chantry falls, don't you think the people will blame magic? Look at all that's happened. Kirkwall's Chantry, the war, the breach. Mages are always involved. Without the Chantry to guide, that hatred will spiral out of control.
Yeah, if you put it that way, yeah, that would be bad.
No, we don't want that.
And the Chantry can see that it doesn't happen. The people are sheep, Inquisitor. They need to follow. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
That is also true. But have you thought about it? What you would change when you become divine? I mean, Cassandra told us what she wanted, and it was pretty good. Let me fast travel out of here. Let's read some Codex entries, shall we? Places. Halamshiral. After the glorious reclamation of the Dales, the elven capital lay empty and in ruins for years, a haven for bandits and highwaymen and all manner of miscreants. The land lay unused until the Exalted Age, when Alphonse Valmont, the very lion himself, declared that a palace should be built there in honor of the valiant actions of his brothers in besting the armies of false Emperor Xavier Dracon. Originally called Chateau Lyon, it was designed as a grand retreat for the Emperor's brothers and their families. Oh, okay, the Winter Palace is not an elven creation then, it's just built on top of the elven lands. Okay. The city of Halamshiral grew around the palace. The first records of its existence appeared in the Storm Age, when Emperor Cyril granted the title of Marquis to Sir Reginald Montclair for administration of Halamshiral. An elven uprising destroyed Chateau Lyon in the Blessed Age. When Emperor Judical I rebuilt it, he named the new retreat the Winter Palace. It was designed more for the Emperor and his immediate family than for any cadet branches of House Valmont, and became the heart of the imperial court in the darkest months of winter. On Skyhold. A page from an enchanter's journal scorched to near illegibility. The style is an old Ferelden dialect, circa mid to late Divine Age. Experiments in ambient lingerings for staging. The question isn't, is it special? The question is, how special? We found relics, but they are always relics. Elven ranged far before their empire was crushed, and rarely did they return where they did not build. This place they visited it again and again. I see it in the fragments. I think I've read it. I've read this before, right? Oh, possible references to Skyhold in the readings of the Great Library of Val-Royeaux. What follows are the names of the powers that may have held a fortress in the region. Unfortunately, time and records are such that for many, the name is all that is known, and some of those are merely as reference in other works. Your fortress is a vagabond, but years will do that to stone well made. The Tan Empire, passing mention of an unseen trading partner occupying where hold the sky, in the Ravani Ballad of Kintam of Noel, thought fictional, date uncertain. Father of Rust, and that Ferelden built upon the sky, mentioned as a possible destination of the spirit of the dead Ban, a Ferelden lullaby dated to the Exalted Age. Lady Banda of She, Ferelden highwayman banished in 483 Black, thought to use a place in the clouds as refuge. Spire, Orlesian Tavern song mentioning Skyhold by name as a fanciful utopia, but also claiming nugs with wings and a dragon that blows bubbles. T on V. Possible etching of major skyhold features, but no context available. Unknown language. The tile has never been translated. Pre-glory. Tevinter carving, a broken relief that matches the outline of the main gate, but all possible scholarship suggests a structure outside Minrathous pre-divine. Possible shared inspiration, but it is not known in what direction. Study continues. We will apprise you of any other references of worth. From the office of Lord Gippin, Archivist of the University of Orlais, Valvoyot. That is interesting. What's new here? I don't see it. Oh, nothing. Alright. Groups. Tal Vashoth. Can we read this? Our wagon was traveling from the port village to one of the larger cities when they fell upon us. They shrieked like beasts. Their facial markings were savage and nonsensical, their brutal weapons chipped and uncared for, and they stank of unwashed sweat as they charged. The Tal Vashoth snarled as they fought. One of the workers was bitten. The guards cut them down with blades until they fled, then finished the rest with arrows. We followed their trail into the forest and found their camp. There were women, hunched and cowering, as no woman should be, filthy children, thin and underfed, and corpses. I will always remember the corpses. There were more Tal Vashoth as well, and the guards cut them down. As they disarmed the last Tal Vashoth, one guard asked him why he lived like this, why he acted in this manner. The Tal Vashoth looked him in the eye and said, "I deny the Khun." Then he threw himself upon the guard's blade. I have questioned the Khun, I believe many of us have, although we do not admit it to each other. But when I saw that rage in the Tal Vashoth warrior's eyes, when I saw the horrible savagery that the Khun alone holds in check, I knew where I belonged. I am not a perfect Khunari, but I know my place and my purpose. I am content. I do think we've read this. Vashoth, the Grey Ones. Why do you keep asking me about the Khun? I'm not Khunari. I met a human once who made shoes. Why don't you tell me about shoemaking? You've met more Khunari than I have. I've lived my whole life here in Nevarra. No, I'm not Tal Vashoth. Tal Vashoth are rebels. You can't rebel against something you've never seen. I'm Vashoth. No, I didn't use the same word. It's Vashoth, not Tal Vashoth. Nobody told me humans couldn't hear speech. No, I hate humans. Alright. Lovely. The Lion of Orlais. As to your question regarding why a lion is considered a symbol of Orlais, particularly when the lion is a creature native only to eastern Thedas, the answer is quite simple. It adorns the crest of the Valmont, the family that has ruled the empire since the end of the Exalted Age, and in truth it is the Valmonts which have come to represent Orlais. Before them, the Orlesian symbol was that of the descendants of Cordillus Dracan, a dragon. As to why the lion adorns their crest, that dates back to the time of Lambert Valmont, a young captain of Orlais who distinguished himself at the Battle of Islay. That great and infamous battle that ended the Fourth Blight. It is said that young Valmont disregarded orders during the battle, taking his forces to relieve the beleaguered Antivans and saving them from absolute destruction. Though his superiors were at first chagrined, chalking up the captain's actions to an infatuation with a certain Antivan camp follower, it later came to light that the Antivan force had been led by King Azar Adalberto Campana himself. In the political realignment following the Blight's end, Antiva was an important ally to Orlais, and Lambert Valmont was an Antivan hero. He was given the hand of one of King Azar's daughters in marriage and elevated to noble rank, with a valiant lion to adorn his newly created heraldry. The Orlesian emperor was forced to respond in kind, granting Valmont a marquisate. Imagine, if you will, the hero returning to Val Royeaux from the Blight, sporting a wife with royal blood and the honors of 2 nations. This is why jealous nobles called him the Swaggering Lion, a nickname he embraced. It was Lambert Valmont's son, Alphonse, who later led the civil war against the usurper Xavier Draken. He killed Xavier in single combat, giving rise to the great Orlesian legend of the Lion slaying the dragon, putting an end to the Draken dynasty, as he assumed the throne, and changing the Orlesian symbol forever.